everyone. I'm pretty happy to be talking about a new blaster reshell from Foam.blasted, my buddy Markus in Germany. He has, following in the footsteps of Genko Megaworks, Domochevsky, entered into the ring of reshelling the X-Shot Micro, this time the X-Shot Micro 2. I have the printed pieces here for Markus's reshell, and one really interesting and different thing that he's done from Domochevsky, and I love when two people approach a similar thing from different angles, is where Domochevsky's pieces are a bunch of different parts and pegs and can be really complicated and fun. This build is a clamshell. It is very simple, and instead of a bunch of pieces making up the different aesthetics, this has a bunch of cool lines and marks and grip indents built right into the shell. So you print two pieces, you clamshell these together with the Micro 2 parts inside, and you have a new blaster with what I think is going to be really, really good ergonomics. Before we actually put this together, I want to talk about kind of a funny thing here. This is the original X-Shot Micro. We've seen a lot of cool reshells of the Micro 1, thanks to Domochevsky, and he's moved on to the Micro 2 as well. So I have to make some old blasters and get rid of all my original micros I have. I have a big box of them, but that's okay. They will find a home, and I always love building all those ones that already exist. But a little bit of a word of warning for anyone who's looking to build this new blaster, the Lizard, which is a great name, LZRD, or any other new Micro 2-based blaster. I made a mistake. I already tried to make this video and I took apart this blaster. This is a Menace. What? Wait a sec. Is this the wrong kind of micro? Well, poop. And the Menace and the Micro 2 look really similar. I actually thought that they were the same. So shame on me. I thought they had the same internals, but if you actually look at this one that I already took apart, it is a little bit different. Although obviously they based the Micro 2 on the design of the Menace. The internals from a Menace, which I also have a bunch of, do not fit anything that is a reshell of the X-Shot Micro 2. Now I am curious to see, I've heard that the X-Shot Micro 2 has a little bit better performance, maybe? So we'll chronograph this after. I'm very familiar with what this will do, and we'll see if this has any more pop. Without any further ado, let's actually get this apart and get the internals of this into this. I only have one of these, so this is exciting. I brought this one out here. This is the X-Shot Kickback. Yeah, Kickback. X-Shot's so funny. They have a bunch of these single shot small blasters now, although at least the Kickback has a little bit better ergonomics. This X-Shot Micro 2, even though it's not called the 2 anywhere in the package, I don't think, but this new X-Shot Micro, it still has that teeny tiny handle. The handle's no bigger than the original Micro. I mean, I love the idea of a tiny blaster, but I wish it had a handle that you could hold. Anyway, for the money, these are like less than $5 Canadian. They're pretty hard to beat. They outperform a Jolt. And I would actually say that X-Shot's kind of becoming the new kings of the cheap single shot blaster. Let's get these mashed together. And here we go. Oh, I don't like these. I would rather just have any other method. Wah wah. Oh, someone covered in tape too? Alright, blaster free. At least this new Micro comes with better darts. Comes with the air pocket darts. The old Micro came with the old darts. Alright, let's take this apart. Okay, screws are out. We pop this apart, and the kind of annoying thing is the internals are barely different than the Menace. Domo, Markus, maybe you could make a version that works with the Menace for those of us who have a whole bunch of those. Anyway, before we do this, just so you can see what I'm doing, let's take this trigger, this catch here, and the spring, leave that on. Take this whole unit out right here, and that's all we need. The rest of this stuff is garbage. So this is what we need to put in the blaster. You can see that lines up with that little groove there. That was how I knew things were not right with the other one, because that triangle was way off. we go. Simple as that. Our spring nuzzle's in there. I will say, my goodness, this is easy compared to getting everything in place the way the catch is. This is so much easier than the original micro. Wow. Wow. Nice job, Markus, getting all that in there. Let's put these screws in here. Now, I didn't take out the air restrictor. You could. I'm sure some people would. I don't usually. I was going to use better screws, but I can't find them. I guess there's still some things here in the old shop that I don't know where they are. That's all right. We're going to use these because I'm sure these were the intent. I'm just going to press down really hard and try to get these to bite. All right, there you go. Those toy screws did work. It's just they can be easy to strip, so you just have to be careful. The great thing about the new X-Shot Micro is short darts can go in there. You don't have to pull out part of the dart post or anything. It just automatically, that shoots pretty hard. Let's get this over a chronograph. Woo, 84, spicy. Duplicate 84. Well, Markus, you did a heck of a job on this. Not only does this look incredibly cool, we now have a lot more power thanks to that Micro 2. I absolutely love how seamlessly everything fits in here. I hope you do more, Markus. I would love to see a bigger size, maybe one without the knuckle guard foregrip here. Just some different shapes. It's so fun to see these reshells. They're so fun to print. They're so fun to do, to just make these cool looking one-off blasters. I absolutely love it. I'm going to try printing this shell with my multicolor 3D printer. You should check out Paper Skeletons 3D. He printed out one of these in black and green where it color shifted to a different color partway through the print. And that means some of this detail really pops in color. That's really, really neat. Of course, I've been firing this full time with short darts. You can use full lengths. They work just fine. But full lengths in the original Micro and this one, they fit out. It's kind of like they never intended it to be for full-length darts. It was always meant for short darts. If you print, get these files. Up in Canada, where I'm from, we're in a big postal strike. My Etsy is shut down. Go check out Paper Skeletons 3D. There'll be a link in the description. You can buy these reshells from him. And these make a great gift if you can get one in time, that's for sure. I'll also link down below. I would probably use better screws than the toy screws that it came with. While they do the job, I have some screws that I tend to use for putting plastic pieces together that I prefer. And I'll put a link to that down below. It just might get these pressed a little harder. Like one of these didn't really bite. That's not really on Markus. That's more just toy screws are cheap and they tend to strip. So great design. This is the Lizard. Go check it out and print one. Just remember, get yourself an X-Shot Micro 2. Don't try to do it with a Menace. See you, everybody.